How do you think the second series is different to the first?
It's a lot more, I think, emotional in the second series, and it's not so much about the characters having fun and partying or whatever. It's their development as people, and about them taking on responsibilities and growing up, and life's changes and what it has in store for them, really.
The first episode of the series seemed to have a bit of a darker tone. Does that continue through the series?
I just realised I might have some brown sauce from my bacon butty still. I think it does. The scripts do seem a little bit darker. They're a lot tighter than last series. I think hopefully this series should be good and people will enjoy it. Yeah, the first series, obviously, the first episode of this series, picking up from the end of the first series, is quite a few things are up in the air and things have changed a lot for the characters. So yeah, it's good.
Tony's obviously alive after what happened in the first series, and he's recovering. What sort of stage would you say he's at?
It was based basically, he's come out of hospital and all that sort of time, and he's back at home, but he's still not well, basically. So it's a fair while after the accident. Yeah.
He does seem to be making progress in the first episode. Is that something? Will that continue, or do you think he'll reach a point where he stops?
Yeah. In the first episode, there's a goal which he needs to reach, and eventually, with other characters' help, he does manage to reach it. So he does carry along that line of getting better. Yeah.
And Jal, we see signs in the first episode of her maybe loosening up a bit, getting more wild. Is that going to continue?
Definitely. I think Jal really does let go this series in many ways. So I think it's really good for her. She's a lot more chilled out, lets her hair down, really lets go, like I said. So yeah, you will be. There's a lot to look forward to.
Did you enjoy showing that side of her?
I was quite nervous actually at first, but yeah, it was alright. It was okay in the end.
Are you more like the old buttoned-up Jal, or the looser, more relaxed one?
I don't know. But the loosened up Jal. I don't know. A bit more, probably more than you, Jal, is more like myself, I'd probably say.
We also see in the first episode Tony's been slightly abandoned by Michelle and Sid. How long do you think that's going to go on for?
I know how long it's going to go on for. So it's just
how long can you tell us? Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the key things. Obviously, like Tony's injury, and he's going to keep on getting better. But the people around him, that's the main thing that I think is seeing how his family and how his friends are coping with it. Because it's quite a difficult thing when you've got somebody who you love or something, and then they just completely change, and they're nothing of the person you used to know. So Sid and Michelle obviously kind of abandon him, and you have to wait and see what happens between their little love triangle sort of thing.
But he is getting a bit more support from his sister.
Yeah, he is. You see a lot more of Effie actually this series compared to last, so her character speaks a lot more as well.
Yeah.
Because she was quite a silent character last year, so yeah, you do.